And we are back. Welcome back, everyone, to the Hacksmarter Twitch channel or my YouTube channel if you're watching this after the fact. Just to recap, if you are watching this on YouTube, you missed the first part of this video, and I'll share with you guys what you missed, and then we'll dive into it. So we are working through the RCE web app scenario on CloudGoat, and we just finished the McDuck path. So there's two exploitation routes to get a secret out of the RDS database. The first one is McDuck. So if you missed the first video and you want to know how to do it from the McDuck path, check out part 1 of this video. This is part 2, and in this video we're going to do it as the Lara or Lara, I don't know how to say that, the Lara profile. So all that being said, guys, let's dive right back into it. And for those of you on Twitch, if you have questions or comments, feel free to drop them. I have my eye on Twitch as well. Always good to hear from you guys. And once again, I am not an expert. I'm going to get out of here. Okay. There. I am not an expert. I'm learning this as I go. So truly, if I do something that seems silly, please call me out. My goal on doing this stream is to learn, and hopefully you learn something right alongside of me. So the path for both of these users start out the same, which is to list S3 buckets. What I'm going to do is just start a line here, and we'll just call this Lara just to keep our commands organized. But we know this one, right? AWS S3 LS, if I remember right. So if we do AWS S3 LS and then profile Lara like that, we'll see if that works. Okay. So we have secret. Now, secret is what we used to compromise it before. I'm just guessing we can't do that now. So AWS S3 LS. Yep, I had that right. See, I'm slowly learning the syntax. I'm guessing we no longer have access to this because that was the way for the McDuck user, but I'm just curious. Let's try it. We'll do profile Lara. Okay, access denied. That's kind of what I figured would happen. So AWS S3, blah, blah. Let's check out the logs and see what's in here. Profile Lara. Okay, so we have some logs there. Looks like another directory. So we can check out that directory just by adding it to the end of here. CGLB, which must be load balancer logs. Or is that actually the file? Maybe we just need to download that file. Oh, no, okay. So we have AWS logs now. So let's check those out. AWS logs like that. Okay. So I said, don't know if this is the right path or not, but let's keep exploring and see what we can find. Go like that. What's in this one? Okay, now we have an ELB access log test file, and then we have another Elastic load balancing directory. So let's check out that another Elastic load balancing directory. We'll just keep drilling into this. Elastic load balancing like that. Okay, in US East 1, that's of course our region. So let's check that out. US East 1. Oh my goodness. When will it ever end? 2019. Are you serious? Can I just download the whole folder? Can I download the directory? I'm downloading the directory. It's probably going to be a day now, a month, a day. Yeah, okay. I'm doing this one last time, guys, and then I'm downloading the directory. Gosh. I'm hoping it's here since that's clearly a date. Hey, okay, there we have a log. Finally. Okay, we have the log file right there. Now, it was just copy, wasn't it? If I remember the syntax. Amazon S3 CP S3. Okay, so we are going to just take this whole command here. And let's go to our notes for Lara. And what we are going to copy is this long file right here. Like that, but instead of ls, we need to change that to copy, and then we need to specify our path. I think I can just do that for the current path. Is that what it did before? Yeah, so I did that for the current path. So let's copy this entire command now. And let's, we'll just keep it in the same folder. Let's see if that works. Beautiful. Okay, so this is a log, a really ugly log, probably because of the way I opened it. But let's glance at this real quick. We're looking for what, a web server or something? Isn't that what it is? Find secret admin URL. Is that just this? I mean, I see some GET requests here. I'm guessing that's what this is. You guys see this website right here? Let's try to go to it. Whoops. Apparently didn't copy it. Copy. Is it because it's a load balancer? Just seeing if there's any other URLs in here, but I'm pretty sure that must be the URL. But if we remember, it's a load balancer. There's probably a different way to connect to it. We might have to change our host stuff. Right, that's all the same URL, right? I think. CGLB, CGIP. Is there like a... I mean, I think that must be it. But it's a load balancer, okay? So to connect to a load balancer is going to be a little bit different. This is where someone was sharing before. Someone was sharing before the security, right? The forward header. We might be able to abuse that on this. I'm going to open up Burp Suite just to make it a little easier for us. Looking over the chat. See if there's tar zip commands. So you could do something like use awk print to isolate the URL from those logs. So grep get access log print. Oh, good idea. We could do that. Let's give that a shot. Oh, what just happened? Okay, let me just get this open real quick. Use burp defaults. Check this out real quick. I just want to see if I can navigate to this website, and then we'll compare them to see if there's any different URLs. I think they're all the same URL though, honestly. I think they're all this one right here. So here's what I want to try. And it could be my Newbery wanting to try this. If I turn on proxy here, if I go there and turn on Foxy proxy, come on, I believe in you. There we go. And then if I navigate to this and I capture the request here and I send this to repeater, unknown host. Okay, so maybe that's not going to work. All right. Cat 5, and then grep. Oh wait, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm messing up your commands. I'm looking over at your chat. Just glancing at this one more time. There must be a different URL, so I should do that. I'm gonna watch this. I'm terrible at all the lead stuff. Hey, robot. Let's try this. Ha ha ha, beautiful. Okay, so we have all the URLs here, so they are different. We have the 681. Oh, later. So we have, let's see if there's any admin stuff here. We have this weird MJK. So we have a few different URLs here to try. We have this 984.347.999.143. Which one did we try already? We tried the 143. Let me just turn that off, and I guess let's try a few of these. So what? That was the 143. Here's a 347. Or what's this secret page here? Hold up. Oh, turn off proxy. Okay. Okay. Is this the same as before? CGID 999. No, that's different. I just need to sort this so it removes all the duplicates. That would be easier too. All right, there's clearly a better way to do this. I'm going to ask ChatGPT. No, stop. See how many unique URLs there actually are. So it's 5, like that. Okay, so just a few of them. I mean, more than a few, honestly. So we already tried. These are all different. They're all hitting this weird HTML. Trying to think of how this load balancer would play into this. I feel like we're hitting a load balancer, and there's probably a specific way we need to connect to the load balancer. Like if we changed our host to something. Is that the load balancer? Let me glance at this map right here. Find secret admin URL in ELB logs. Visit secret admin URL. So which one's the secret admin URL? You guys have any guesses? So the URL path is correct. Those could be reals behind the ELB. Oh, he's looking for admin URL. Sorry, I'm getting caught up on the Twitch chat. You have a line count of each URL. So we have that. We have all of our unique URLs here. Those could be the reals behind the Elastic Load Balancer, so the URL path is correct. You may need a fully qualified domain name for the URL to work. I see what you're saying. Let me think for a second. wonder. Do we have the Elastic Load Balancer information? Like, do we know what that is? So, because it spins up one Elastic Load Balancer. What is it? Access, so list S3 buckets, access S3 buckets with ELB logs, find secret admin URL and ELB logs, visit secret admin URL. Okay, I need to glance at this real quick. So these are different branches. So Lara explores the AWS environment, discovers a web app hosted behind a secure load balancer. Oh, I wonder if it gave me that information when I first created it. When I first created the scenario, it may have piped that information out to me and I didn't save it. Like the load balancer information, because that's what we're missing. Because I think we can abuse the load balancer to get to this secret admin URL, but because I didn't save that when I created the scenario, I don't have access to that. The attacker then lists S3 buckets, discovering one which contains the logs for the load balancer. While reviewing the contents, the attacker sees that the web app has a secret admin page, which that secret admin page, guys, I'm pretty sure is this right here. That is the secret admin page. So I bet when I created this scenario, it actually gave me the load balancer IP, but I cleared it because I didn't want you guys to see the access keys and stuff. That might be the piece that I'm missing. Sees the web app has a secret admin page. So if we go to, I'm just going to glance at the cheat sheet real quick to see if I can figure out the load balancer information. Oh, we need to list load balancers. Guys, that's what we're missing. We can list the load balancers. So actually, let's ask ChatGPT, how do you list load balancers with AWS CLI? Maybe that's the missing piece. So if I use this command with profile Lara, let's see if this gives us anything. Okay, that didn't help. There's a load balancer, right? AWS configured. Oh, ELB v2. Did I only do? So ChatGPT gave us the old version. Let's try v2. Hey, okay, now we're looking at something. So we have this. We have a public IP, it would appear. We might be able to just connect to this right here. So what if I grab this? Gosh, why am I not copying? Oh, look at that. Now, if we go back to here, I bet this is the secret admin URL. Oh, look at that. Run your personalized login command below. Now, we can make it really easy to fuzz for command execution if we turn on Burp Suite, turn on Intercept. So if I just do who am I, does that work? It must be from a different box I did. Send that to repeater. Okay, sorry guys. I need to fix this light mode burp stuff. I hate light mode. Let me fix this real quick. Was it user interface, display? We'll change this to 16. Dark. Or root. And it's passing a key to it. If I put it on render, we should be able to see it. Who am I, root? Hazard Patty said always use ID, not who am I. We can do that too. Yeah, so for those of you who may be wondering why do ID, at least the reason I would know is sometimes you're in a specific group, like different groups. I think ADM is one where you can read different logs. Different groups can be used for privilege escalation. Maybe you're in a Docker group, things like that. ID is going to give you more information about that. Okay, Glancing over the chat, Hazard Patty said, because who am I is definitely going to be detected by something like CloudStrike Falcon ID may not. Good point, because of Log4j. Python Shoe said also shorter and gives more info, gives more data also. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we have remote code execution on here. I'd assume from here, we know there's a data, like what kind of commands can we run? You know what I mean? Like, can I run AWS commands on here? Can I get a shell on here? The problem with the shell is like, I'm not on a VPN, right? Like this, if this is try hack me, a hack the box, I could just pop a shell with my machine's IP, but this is on the internet, and my machine obviously is not internet facing. Otherwise, we could get a shell, and I'm not going to log into my company's C2 server to get a web shell. Otherwise, I'd assume I could. I don't need the cheat sheet. So if we look back at this path, right, we visit the secret admin, we exploit RC at secret admin URL to gain shell access, exploit EC2 metadata. So I wonder if we could get like SSH keys. Would be one way we could get shell access, right? It's if we found SSH keys. So if we do like ls plus home, what users do we have here? So we have Ubuntu. So if we do Ubuntu, and if we change it to ls plus la to list hidden files, you know, we might be able to grab an SSH key. Oh, hold up. Oh, look, we have database.txt right there. Is there SSH keys? Oh, yeah, there are. Okay, cool. Authorized keys. Oh, those are the authorized keys. So if I change this to cat. Well, that's not the private key, right? Well, we have that. There's a few different ways I'm thinking we could compromise this. If we go back to this, we already know this database information, right? So we have database.txt here, and we have the database name, the username, and the password. But the information that we wouldn't have at this point, so we described instances and we figured out where this database is at and things like that. Was this on, I'm looking at this, was this on this web app that we're on right now? Yeah. Okay. I'm looking over the chat. JLR said, I think if you put in your public key into that authorized key file, you should be able to connect, I believe. Oh, good point. We could do that. Would we echo it? Like, can we echo it in there? Would it break it if we echo it? You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I glance at some notes I have from a past machine. Single line. Okay, looking over the chat. So for those of you watching on YouTube, this is why you should join on Twitch. It's a lot more fun on Twitch. We kind of work on this together. I think if you put in your public key, yep, echo, it's a single line, so you can echo. That will append it. One will overwrite. Okay, cool. Can we generate? I'm trying to remember even how to generate SSH keys. Here's what we're going to do. It's like SSH key gen, if I remember right. Yeah, okay, I was right. Beautiful. Okay, so let's do that. And we'll just do it in this folder right here. And that looks good. SSH key gen. No, we want to save it. We'll just save it to home Tyler. Oh, come on. Try it again. Home Tyler, AWS pen testing, CloudGoat, RCE web app. Oh, my bad. Let's try it again. Home, Tyler, AWS pen testing, CloudGoat, RCE web app, key. Okay, so we have our key.pub. So if we cat that out, now I'm thinking we can echo it. I wonder if it will break anything. Echo. Oh, it's not copying again. But I want to actually, before I echo it, I want to make sure I have the right file path. So it's ls home ubuntu SSH. It was authorized keys in there, I believe. Yeah, authorized keys. So that's what we're going to echo out to. So now if we echo, and we'll grab that key right here. And paste it in here. Okay, I'll URL encode it. But we'll echo that, and then we'll echo it out to, need to be a space there. So we have this whole thing here. Let's just go like this. URL encode key characters. Hope that works. Okay. So I don't think you need to just paste that John to the form. Okay, let's just try it that way. I'm probably making it overly complicated. So if I just go like this, it'll probably fix that as well for me when it actually passes it over. I should URL encode it, I would think. So if we paste it here, and then we'll paste it over to authorized. Oh no, we got to specify the path. What was it? Home, Ubuntu, SSH, authorized keys. Unquoted string terminal, where? Yeah. It's probably a weird way we have to do this, I think. Unquoted string terminal, where? Unterminated string terminal. So we start the string there. All right. There's probably a weird way to do this. I'm looking at my time's almost up, guys. I have a meeting coming up. I want to finish this. So we're going to look at the cheat sheet real quick for Laura to figure out how we're supposed to echo the keys into here. Oh, let's turn intercept off. Technically, we could just connect to the database from the web shell, but realistically, you wouldn't know how to do that. We know how to do it because we already breached it once. Okay, Laura. Oh, so you guys see this. An ED25519 key port may be necessary here because an RSA public key can be truncated in the RCE. That might be the issue we're running into. So let's try that now. So I'm just going to remove key. Come on. Why is my copying and pasting not working? Like, it's making me manually right-click copy. Old school. Home, Tyler, AWS pen testing, CloudGoat, RCE, web app, key. There, that does look a lot better. I wonder if this will work better. Hazard Patty said you could just run a shell and bind it to a port with Netcat. I could. It's a good point. So then it's doing what we were already trying to do. We just had to do it that weird way. So if I go back to repeater here, first let me see if I broke this. Okay, no, we're still good. Oops. No, we're not good. Hold up. Key. All right, so if we look at the cheat sheet, just so I get the syntax right, echo, okay, exactly what we were doing. And that. And then we're just appending it onto that, right? Like this. I don't think we have to URL encode it. Hey, okay, that worked. So finally, if we go here and make our key that, and if we SSH I key, I think Tyler, it's the same IP as before, I'm sure. This one right here. Come on, my goodness. This copy paste is going to drive me crazy. There must be something weird with VMware right now where it doesn't want to copy properly from my keyboard. Oh, so let me change it to Ubuntu, actually. Because it's in his authorized keys. There we go. We got it. So we got Ubuntu. I think the rest of this path is literally the same that we did before, right? Because if we look back at this, we found the secret in the text and database, which we did, use EC2 shell and database creds to access the RDS instance. We'll just do it for the sake of YouTube, because you might be watching this on YouTube and you didn't go through the first scenario, but really we already ran through this. So we described the instances to get the information about it, and then we connected to the database, the PostSQL database right here. So if I take this, it should work again. It'll prompt us for the password, which was Purple Pony 2029. That time it worked to copy and paste. And what was it, like DT to describe tables, I think. And then we select everything from sensitive information. And there's our super secret passcode. So in the first video, we made it through McDuck, which I think McDuck was probably a little easier path. In the second one, we made it through Lara. And if we recap, the place that at least I got tripped up was on the ELB logs. We found the secret admin URL, but we didn't know the load balancer. So we had to use the AWS command describe load balancers to find the load balancer. Then we went to the secret admin URL. We got code execution. We discovered authorized keys. We had to generate a very specific type of key, echoed it into authorized keys, SSH as Ubuntu. We already had the database thing. We could have found it then, but we actually found it when we had RCE when I just listed it out in Ubuntu's home folder. We got that to get access to the RDS instance, and then we got the secret code. So we have fully compromised this scenario both as the McDuck user in video 1 and as the Lara user in video 2. So hey guys, I've been streaming now for about an hour and 20 minutes. I have a meeting I have to get ready and prep for. I might jump back on later if I have some time, and we'll work through another scenario or something else, some type of machine to learn pen testing. So guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something from it. If you haven't already, subscribe to me on YouTube if you just look up Tyler Ramsbey. Otherwise, if you go to the description on this channel, you should see my YouTube page. That's where I post these videos after the fact. But guys, thank you for hanging out, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.